Hey guys, Greg from the PushPress team here. If you're running an Intramural Open this year, today I'm going to go into all the features within PushPress that's going to make your life so much easier. As a 13-year affiliate owner myself, I've run dozens of Intramural Opens with clients or for my own gym. Let's take the time today to learn the features that'll make not only it easier for you as a gym owner, but make sure that your members are informed and ready to participate. Let's get the hype going and get into it. The most important thing about running an Intramural Open is making sure your members are informed and hyped up to get ready to compete. We all know it's not everyone's cup of tea to compete for the Open, but we also know that participation in the Open is a huge way to retain members and make sure they're coming back to class over and over again. Through the PushPress Core system, direct text messages and emails are super seamless and easy to use to make sure that everybody is informed on what's going on in the gym. Here in your PushPress Core dashboard, it's super simple to message members and leads by going to your People tab. In here you have a couple options. You can message your members directly, you can message leads who've come into your pipeline, you can also message staff members to make sure they're staying on top of what needs to get done for the Open. My favorite feature here is going to be messaging our members in mass. So from my member list, I'm going to select my first 50 members and then select all. From here I can hit send message and I have a few options. I can send an email from my specific URL. I can send a text message that'll be a no reply number with whatever details we need to get out. Hey team, the Open is right around the corner. Make sure you are signed up by XYZ date to get added to an Intramural Open team. This is a message we will send out usually about a month in advance. You want to allow some time for you and your staff to prepare and see how many teams are we going to need, what's going to be the breakdown by coach, and really just how many people are going to be involved so we can run a smooth event. I like to utilize the text messaging feature for last minute announcements, quick punchy messages, or just quick reminders prior to events. When it comes to actual planning and the bigger details your members need, I definitely lean on email a bit more. In here, you can structure your email just like you would from your normal email browser window with whatever information they need. You can announce your team assignments, you can announce any relevant dates, the after party location and information, whatever needs to go in here. As gym owners, a lot of times we struggle with the idea of over communication. What we found over the 12 years of doing the CrossFit Open at our gym is the more we communicate, the better participation we have. You're going to have the member or two who tells you, I'm already signed up. Why are you still sending me that text message? And your response can be super simple, because even though you've signed up, the other 100 people in the gym have not. So we appreciate you, but why don't you tell your friends to sign up as well? The more you communicate, the better. Our go-to cadence at my facility is an email once a week and a text message once a week. Keep it top of mind for the members, get your participation numbers up so you can make sure that your Open is the best one yet. So far we've talked about the lead up to the Open and communication with your members. While that's great and super necessary, what does it look like to run an event like a Friday Night Lights? Within your PushPress Core dashboard, under your schedule calendar, this is going to be where we lean super heavy for our Friday Night Lights style events. For us, what we have found has worked best is going to your calendar, go to whatever date you plan on doing your Friday Night Lights event, or let's say you do it on Saturday or Sunday, totally up to you, and we will build heats right here into our class calendar. At my gym, we cancel our Friday night classes, and then we run heats. Depending on the workout, it could be anywhere between 5 to 10 heats, depending on equipment needed, number of members signed up for the year, etc. In here, I'm going to go to my Friday night spot. I'm going to call this Open Heat number 1. We'll choose a class type. This is going to be a CrossFit class for us. Starting on the 20th, this is going to be a 6 o'clock p.m. to a 6:30 p.m. heat slot. Oops. Other things you can consider when setting up these class types is repetition. We don't repeat these just because depending on the specific workout that comes out that week, we may adjust the heat times. We may run 20-minute heats, we may run 30-minute heats, we may run 25-minute heats. That just allows my coaches to be able to get my heat in, get them warmed up, and get them through whatever amount of time they need for the workout. The other thing we really lean on heavily is going to be our settings here. We like to save our reservations so they will open one day before the start time. That way, people are not registering for their heats until after the open announcement has happened. They have an idea of what they're getting into prior to reserving, and then if they have any questions, they can text their coach directly. At my facility, generally the heavy hitters go at the last workout of the last heat of the day. So some people are a little shy about that. They definitely don't want to get stuck with that last heat of the day workout, which is totally fine. However, we have the reverse as well, where we might have a member who's like, I think this is the one I can really RX and hang with the big dogs, coach. Do you think I can do that heat? And that's a great way to build some rapport with your members. Last thing, when it comes to the reservation times, you can also close your reservations. So if you know Friday Night Lights is going to be super hectic for you, you can make it so that these reservations close 2 hours before the start time of that heat. Again, to put the onus on your members to be sure they're reserving prior to the day. You don't want them just showing up last minute when you have 15 people, and let's say your attendance limit, because you know you have 15 rowers, is set at 15. You have someone show up for the last heat of the day and all 15 rowers are already taken. So being really on top of this is super important to just run a smooth event throughout the night. Another feature within the calendar, tying back to our communication aspect we touched on before, is going to be the ability to message people who are signed up for your class. So within your class here, you can go to View Class, and you'll see your roster of everybody who's signed up for that specific heat. Based on that heat, you might know, okay, here I'm going to need 3 foundations cards, 2 scaled cards, and 5 RX cards for our judges. You also have the ability to message via text or email to this specific set of people signed up for this heat. So if you know Friday Night Lights is running behind today, you can send out a message to all the heats that are going later in the day and say, hey, I know you're signed up for the 6 o'clock spot. However, we're running a bit behind today. If you're about 10 or 15 minutes late, don't worry about it. Or hopefully they show up and they just hang out. The next feature we're going to look at within the core dashboard is going to be our events section. So same place we were with our calendar, under schedule, we have the events tab. This is the feature we utilize most heavily when it comes to parties, so post-open parties. What we'll do here, we'll add an event. This functions very similar to adding a calendar class. You can name your event, post-open party, select your date, select your time. You can make this an invite-only event. So if you have some criteria you would like, you can come to that post-open party, but only if you've signed up. You can send this to a specific set of your members. You can also charge a fee here. So if you're a gym that does a really big extravagant party and you charge an entry fee, you can bill that right through your core system. Again, in here, same ideas around the classes. You can open the reservations at a specific time. You can close the reservations at a specific time, and you can set an attendance limit. The thing that's great about this is this will also publish right on your member app. So your members will be able to go to the app, under their calendar, go to the events tab, and be able to sign up. Again, if you're ordering food, drinks, etc., just a great way to get a head count prior to that last day of the open where you might be scrambling. For the last feature we're going to look at here, we're actually going to move out of our core account into our train dashboard, because what's the open without the workout? Now that we're switching over to our train dashboard, a couple things to note. If you are using one of our programming partners, we're going to auto upload the open workout into your train dashboard. Once the announcement goes out, our team will be hard at work entering those details into your pre-existing programming. If you aren't already on CAP programming and you're a CrossFit affiliate, we offer that for free through our platform. So make sure, even if you're not interested in using CAP right now, it's a great tool to have for you and your coaches to look at another set of programming, and also a great way to have that open workout delivered right into your dashboard seamlessly and effortlessly. Once your open workout has been entered, you can drop down into here, make any specific edits you need around your warm-up, the workout itself, any notes you want to add for you or your coaches, and then you can save. Once this is saved, from the CAP programming, we can easily copy this day into our CrossFit schedule for the week on our given day. We hit confirm, that pops over, and then once it's over into our CrossFit specific program, we'll save that day, publishing it to our workout screens. By utilizing these tools in PushPress Core and Train, you can set yourself up to have the biggest and best CrossFit Open you've had yet. Keep your members informed and keep the stress off you and your staff. If you'd like more tips on how to run a successful intramural style CrossFit Open, check out our link to our Push Start webinar down below. And last but not least, I hope you have an amazing Open 2026, and I'll see you guys on the leaderboard.